We coping. We are beyond coping at this point. I think that episode 8, I think it's gonna be scuffed. Because obviously why, we know why, but of the episodes that's to look out for, they were really glazing up episode 5 and 9. So I believe that the week after this one, right? That will probably be some sort of like Child Emperor, maybe Zombie Man stuff that they really went hard at. I don't know. The ninja stuff I think is gonna be cooked, but people are, you know, they see flashes seen here in the bottom right and they're like, oh my god, dude, are we back? No, I don't think so. Easy Quartz has some new preview images to talk about. Let's check it out.
So we just got 6 new preview images for episode 8.
Oh, I like that. That was Atomic Samurai cut.
So we just got 6 new preview images for episode 8 of One Punch Man Season 3. And also not to forget an official synopsis of the episode itself.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I would say this looks pretty promising. Yes, I know. Have you not learned your lesson? Episode 5 still frames, those really highly drawn, detailed, quality still frames of Garo, Gyoro, Orochi, all of them. But then when the episode actually got released, it ended up being one of the most disappointing one. Even though it is one of the most anticipated episode of One Punch Man for a lot of fans, me included. But in this case, all of these 6 new preview images aren't really as detailed as the previous one. Yeah.
So we're even more cooked. So the logic is, alright, we've been catfished with these amazing detail art and it disappointed us. So if we go with that standard, then this will disappoint us even more. Or maybe it'll be some sort of weird inverse effect where it's like, hey man, it looks pretty mid, right? What if it's peak?
I'm coping here, and yes, I'll be dropping a mega copium video tomorrow.
Sure.
Not those kind of goodness video because I'll probably going to make a separate one for that. But yes, everyone, please look forward to the...
You should make a video about Gachakuda, bro, with the fucking mega all-star lineup that's gonna happen for this coming Sunday. That would go crazy. I don't know if his audience algorithm, you know, caters towards that though.
Mega copium video that I'll release tomorrow. But yes, everyone, let's leave that for tomorrow. Without further ado, let's take a look at the actual official synopsis of the episode itself. So here it is, the official synopsis of episode 8. Waiting for the flash of light that rush underground were the Gale Wind and the Inferno Flame. Though they hail from the same village, the two have become monsters and become disaster level dragons, throwing aside their ninja pride and launching a deadly attack together. First of all, Flashy Flash, not Flashy Light. Next one, Hellfire Flame, not Inferno Flame. I mean,
are these names like changes like Royal Ripper and, you know, like what's the one, King Ripper?
Like both of these names is pretty much being direct translated from the actual anime website itself. And let's take Flashy Flash as an example. His name that is written in kanji is Senko no Furashi. And if we actually take that name and actually take a look at its meaning, it actually says Flash of Light. So that is pretty much why in the actual anime website itself, it says Flash of Light instead of Flashy.
Oh my god, they use AI translations! Yep. Six Fingers? No, what about the names, bro? They just literally taking it off of AI translations without any interpretations.
Flash. Same goes for Hellfire Flame. In kanji, his name is written Gokano Furame. Well, if you actually search it up, it does say Hellfire or Flames of Hell, in which it can kind of translate it to Inferno Flame. But yeah, there's that. But enough of this useless information. Let's actually take a look at...
Now that we're done padding enough time to hit the 8-minute, you know, mid-roll ad part,
the 6 new preview images
let's get
episode 8. Right, as for the first preview image, we
something about the jawline, the structure of the face looks really weird.
We got Hellfire Flame holding some kind of a flaming sword. Next up, we got Gale Wind.
Gale Wind looks better, way better proportioned.
Obviously looking as gorgeous as always. Next up, we got Flashy Flash. This looks pretty good. I really like this image. Compared to...
I think the thing that really stands out and that the reason why people are coping is the glint of light here on the blade. Without this glint of light, I think the picture, this image here would go down in quality in terms of like people's perception of what hyped images are. Straight up, I when I look at them, I'm like, yup, I see the flashy blade. Let's go.
The other few images, this is pretty much my favorite one. Next up, we also got another image of Flashy Flash. Again, pretty much an indicator of this episode is going to be mostly about him versus Gelwin and Hellfire Flame. Next up, we got what seems to be like Hellfire Flame and also Gelwin pretty much cornering Flashy Flash. And then as for the last one, we got Gelwin and Hellfire Flame pretty much looking like they are welcoming Flashy Flash in the Monster Association. Alright, now with that being said, let's take a look at each frame one by one. Let's actually analyze it detail by detail and also compare it to the manga. Alright, as for the first frame of Hellfire Flame.
Yeah, dude, what's in with the sunken in cheeks? He looks like fucking Skeletor. He looks like malnourished and I don't know, bro got fucking Ozempic face. Like, the head, it looks like a fucking broccoli. Like, the lack of texture and details at the hair over here compared to here, this shit looks like a fucking broccoli crown.
Compared to the manga, I'm not really a big fan of the anime version. It seems like his face shape is a bit skinny.
It's odd.
Again, compared to the manga version, I like the manga version more. It added a lot more emotions compared to the anime version. In the anime version, it looks like he is a bit off model.
Something about the eyes too, it's so sunken in, and the eyebrows are so like not proportioned. It's just like the lack of texture and detailing and like this thick ass brows compared to these stripes here, and in the face too, right? Just sunken in, it just looks odd
compared to what he looks like, specifically this frame. But again, this particular frame looks a bit off model, and it's pretty questionable why they
the flame blade too, right? It just looks like a column of fire rather than an actual blade with like flames around it.
Used this particular one because why didn't they have any animation director correcting this one? Because again, compared to
the low priority, this guy doesn't matter. Who cares, right? Focus on Flashy Flash, I guess.
The manga, his face shape looks a lot different in the anime version, but I hope he won't look like this in the entirety of the episode. Next up, we got Gelwin, and to be honest, there's really nothing much that is different other than the way his eyes is being drawn in the anime version.
Honestly, I think that the volume of hair that's been created at the poof over here compared to here, Gelwin actually in the anime looks pretty damn good.
Yes, obviously the collarbones is not as detailed as it is in the manga version, but something that is more important is the way his eyes is being drawn here. I will argue that the manga version has more of Gelwin character compared to the anime version, and also the fact that the
more detailed lines here that gives this sinister femboy look, right? Compared to, I guess, the anime look where, I don't know, the distance between the eyes and the overall like size of it doesn't convey as much as this one here. I get it.
The headband he is wearing is a bit smaller, and it kind of gives off the illusion of the headband itself is being placed further away from Gelwin's eyes, making his eyes a bit smaller in the anime version. Again, I'm not sure if it's just me being schizo or anything like that, but you can definitely see the difference between both of these frames.
Lips nerfed. DSL lips nerfed.
Again, nothing too major. Some people probably wouldn't even notice that, but let's move on to the next frame. So we have a frame of Flashy Flash.
Flashy Flash!
I would argue I love the anime version more than the manga version. I love what they're doing with the angle here. Well, it still does.
Let's see. They censored the stomach. Maybe they'll show it, but fan service gone. I see the blade structure. I don't know. I think that the anime one does look good, but I think the biggest complaint people are gonna have is probably the overall this fan service being censored.
Give off the same vibe as the manga version. I would argue that this one particular frame actually looks really good. I love the lens flare that is being placed there as well.
Yes, I think the lens flare is the biggest one, right? Something about lens flare, like stuff like this gets our monkey brains going.
Well, again, added a lot more into the scene itself.
I see it.
And I really hope that this particular scene is a full-on Sakuga animated scene, rather than him just standing up like that, posing, and it's just a still frame. Well, obviously that is probably going to be the case, but I do have tons of hopium and copium for this episode alone. First of all, it is a full-on action-packed episode, and
that's why I'm even more worried. Because again, I think that episode 9 might be presentable, but episode 8, probably a little bit better than, you know, last episode. It's gotta be, right? You can't be having Flashy Flash get mogged by fucking random ass A rank, B rank, and like Mizuki stuff, right? No disrespect to Mizuki, but it just gotta be better in terms of like priority.
Takashi Hashimoto did say there's some few episodes that they have poured their soul into it.
5 and 9.
In this case, I'm kind of hyped for this episode. I know tons of people has already lost their hopes after episode 5 release, but I'm not sure about you, but I still have tons of hopium and copium inside me. Maybe because I have consumed tons of slop this season. But hey, this frame in particular looks really good, and I hope for the best for this one. Next one, we got another frame of Flashy Flash. This is probably before the fight or probably after the fight ended. I can't really find any exact panel from the manga, but again, he looks on model for this one, so if I need to pull out any single comparison for the manga, there's only this two that has pretty much the same angle, but I'm not sure which one of them this is. But yeah, my point still stands. He is still on model, and hopefully that will be the case for the
when it starts moving
episode. Next up, another frame of Flashy Flash, and this one we can kind of see Hellfire Flame and also
Hellfire Flame, and you know the Wind guy, right? They're after images, but like how will this look, right? How probably just like limited cut that's looped over and over again. I don't know.
Gale Wind in the background. I'm pretty sure this is them cornering Flashy Flash, but in manga I can't really find the exact.
Yeah, what I really appreciate in the manga is like you can follow the fight choreography decently, even though it's a still frame. It's a fucking manga panel, but like these lines, right, that shows you the direction of the hits, the way that the weapons or limbs are moving, and all these different, you know, lines. It creates like a simulation in your head of like what the fight's going on, right? You compare that,
Flashy Flash, but in manga I can't really find the exact same frame, but it's probably part of the sequence where they're attacking Flashy Flash. Hopefully there's still going to be these kind of panels in the actual anime itself. It's always fun and it's always refreshing to see some new way of portraying the fights in the anime itself. Hopefully this won't be the only original scene that will take place in the anime adaptation. Again, I'm pretty positive that Nagai will again be storyboarding this episode as well.
Oh god, please, someone else do it.
Maybe with another person helping him in terms of the action.
Where's that guy that, like, you know, shadowed under Aoki and basically made the rover scenes in episode 5? We thought that, is this Aoki? No, it was like his junior doing it, right? And listen, I think those things are pretty good. You let him fucking do this shit.
Part of the episode. Overall, can't really say much on this. It is pretty much going to be a moving frame, an animated one, thank god. But yeah, next up for the final frame.
What if it's not though? Like here, okay, so here's what I think might happen. I think that like Flashy Flash will basically be a still frame, and then the background layer will just be Gale Wind and Hellfire moving around in the background, looped over and over again. I think that's what this scene is gonna be. Now, if they were generous, what they could then do is, you don't have to have Flashy Flash, you know, moving. I mean, he's cornered right now. What's he gonna do? So have the camera move around, right? Have the camera do a 360, just like cool storyboard that makes the fight, you know, seem way more dynamic by highlighting the movement of these guys in the background. Flashy Flash is there, but the camera is moving in such a way through these perspective and POV shots, it captures the speed. I don't think they're gonna do that though.
Thank god. But yeah, next up for the final frame, we got Gale Wind and also Hellfire Flame. I'm pretty sure this is when they first made Flashy Flash, and compared to the manga, I would say they lost a lot of that aura that they.
Even the room lost the aura, bro. even the fucking hallway lost the aura. The flames, the torches in the background compared to this is crazy. We're doing fucking torch aura comparison right now.
Have in the manga. But what I'm kind of surprised is the fact that they didn't use those neon.
Yo, they fucking nerfed Hellfire his fucking fishnet. Bro wearing fucking fishnet on, you know, leggings or armwear. They didn't give him that in the anime. The fuck?
Light or those color palette that they've always used for like entrance or like whenever the character is thinking. This in particular, they didn't actually use it, which is a black.
Hellfire got nerfed like crazy. The size of, you know, his fucking arms, the overall torso, the legs. Bro, what happened? Ozempic face. Bro, this is on Gear. Now he's fucking natty. He's also on Ozempic.
The big difference between anime and the manga version is definitely how Hellfire Flame is being drawn. In the manga version, his body is a bit bulkier than what it is being shown in the anime version. The way he is facing to the front more than he was in the manga definitely played a major role that made his body a bit smaller in the anime as well. But yeah, those are basically it. Those are the 6 new preview images of episode 8, and I have a special video coming out tomorrow about the hopium and copium for this episode. And no, it's not the good news video, so please look forward to it. Those are basically it, and I'll see you in the next one.
I think if Easy Court, you know, if you're around right now, if you watch this video, bro, make the Gachakuda episode, that video, man. Episode, you know, director lineup breakdown of this coming Sunday, because this is gonna be some sort of fucking super team pulling up. I think that would do numbers, but maybe that's not really, you know, his audience's flavor. Overall, the ninja stuff, I don't really care. I don't know if you guys really care about this fight. Listen, Flashy Flash is a cool character, but when I read the manga, I don't really remember caring that much about these ninja dudes, because they didn't really, I don't know, they just feel like fodder, right? It feels very like trivial in terms of enemy aura that they had. Maybe it's because of how often Sonic gets, you know, fodderized, and therefore I connect them to the ninjas. But I want the actual cadres, right? I want like Black Sperm. I want Homeless Emperor. I want, you know, Evil Natural Water. I want, you know, even fucking Rover to get back at it. But these ninja dudes, I don't really care. And I think that the priority is going to be lower. Obviously, I think episode 9 is when things might start to get really interesting in terms of how the production value may look. But this coming episode, I think the standard is going to be the same. I think that it's going to be a very mediocre episode with lackluster animation and a lot of animation errors that people will point out and people will clown on it. But the overall images do look pretty clean. I do enjoy Flashy Flash's play with the, you know, the flair, and hopefully it's a fun episode, right? That's all I'm asking for. Please check out Easy Court. Link to the video here. Go give it a like. Check out his channel for more content like this. See you next time.